right, class, so this is the explanation about the paper towel in the cup. Why didn't it get wet? When we put in the paper towel into the glass, into the jar, you have to remember that the paper towel is taking up the bottom part of this. But most people think of this part down here as being empty, but it's not empty. There's something in there. That something is air, okay? And if air is taking up that space, as long as air is taking up that space, no water can get in, and the paper towel will stay dry, okay? Now I want to show you something. Let me bring this over. Now, watch as I put the jar in, and look. I don't know if you can see it, but let me bring it closer. There is no water inside the jar. Look inside the jar. There's no water there, right? Now watch, I'm going to turn it to the side. And what happens when air escapes? If you go underneath the water, blow air out of your mouth, what happens? There's bubbles, right? Right. So watch what happens when I turn this cup to the side. Watch the water. Do you see the bubbles? Now, when I lift this glass up, let me do it again. More air bubbles. Watch. Now we got water inside the cup. Do you see it in there? Now I'm going to turn it sideways a little bit more. More air gets out. Now look, it's halfway full. Do you see it? It's halfway full with water. And then if I turn it all the way over, watch what happens. Water is all the way to the top inside the jar. Once the air gets out of the way, water can go in there. And then if we lift it up, watch, it all comes back out again. Okay? So you put it down. When I bring it up, we can't see any air inside that at all. When I turn it sideways, any water inside there. When I turn it sideways, look, there's water inside. We can start seeing, I lifted it up too high. Look, it's about halfway full of water right now because we got rid of that air. Let me get more air out of there, and it's all the way up to the top of the glass. Do you see that? All the way up. All right. So that is why that's the second proof that water takes up space. Not water, air takes up space. The first proof was with the water balloon. Not the water balloon, the balloon with the air. Wouldn't let the book go down onto the table. And the second one is that paper towel stayed dry. And that will happen every single time. It will never ever get wet as long as the air, if you tip the glass to the side, you're letting some of the air out. That's when water can get in, okay? But as long as you have it straight down, you're capturing that air inside the glass. The glass isn't half full with paper towel and the rest is empty. It's filled with air. So air does take up space. All right, stay curious. Bye-bye.